The purpose of this morning's webinar is to discuss the ways that local manufacturers are able to obtain financing via the SBA 504 program. So what I'd like to do is just share a little bit about TMC financing, about what we do and the 504 program, and then take any questions at the end and hear a little bit about who we have in the audience. So TMC Financing, we are a local certified development company. We were founded in 1981, so we've been around for around 35 years now. And we specialize in the SBA 504 program. It's a very unique program that allows for a 10% down payment, and it provides long-term stability for a small business. Over the past 35 years, TMC has made a huge impact. We've provided $9 billion in funding. We've assisted 5,000 small businesses or thereabouts, and we've helped to create about 60,000 jobs.
Was that billion with a B?
Correct.
Wow.
Okay.
Impressive.
Yeah. So this is just to give you an idea of who we serve. As you can see, manufacturers make up the majority of the projects that we work on, but this is also to show the diverse range of industries that we serve.
Okay.
So the concern in today's climate is the reality that many small businesses face of being priced out of the market. In the Bay Area, as we know, rents continue to rise, inventory continues to shrink, and we want to help small businesses and manufacturers maintain their presence in the Bay Area by securing a building for their business. Many small business owners are unaware that they can purchase a building with only 10% down, and that's the purpose of this webinar, is to explain how that's possible and to educate small businesses on the fact that they may qualify for this financing. So why own? One of the main benefits is that by owning your building, you can increase equity. Many small business owners don't necessarily have a retirement plan in place, and so by owning your building, if down the line you decide to sell your business, you can continue to own your building and collect rent and create a nice nest egg for yourself. Another benefit is just that with rising rents, it's very important to control your occupancy costs as much as possible. And so by owning, you are reducing your occupancy costs and controlling them forever. You can also gain stability. So by having a home for your business, you don't have to live with the fear of being priced out.
Right.
Another option with the 504 program is if you are going to purchase your building, SBA requires that you occupy 51% of the subject property. However, you are able to sublet up to 49% of the space. So that can also reduce your occupancy costs. And of course, it's very attractive to pay yourself each month and not your landlord. So by being your own landlord, you will reap benefits. There are also tax advantages to owning. So I would encourage anyone on this call to discuss those with your CPA and learn more about what those advantages entail. So what is a 504 loan? A 504 loan is a very unique program offered by the SBA, and the only way to access this type of financing is through a certified development company like ourselves. The way that we get up to 90% financing, which means that our borrowers come in with 10% down, is that we partner with a bank. So the bank will provide a 50% conventional first loan. We provide a second loan, typically for 40% of the total project cost, and the borrower will come in with 10% down. Another attractive feature of this type of financing is that there's no additional collateral. So with other types of financing out there, sometimes the lender will have to secure a lien on personal assets. With 504 financing, the subject property is the only collateral that's required. It also provides an attractive interest rate. So the rate today is 4.62%, and that rate is fixed for 20 years, fully amortized. There's no balloon payment. So on that SBA second loan for 40% of your total project cost, you have a nice long-term secure piece of debt. There's also no limit to the total project size. So our loan, the SBA loan, cannot exceed $5.5 million. but we've done projects anywhere from $500,000 all the way up to $44 million. And in the case of a larger loan or a larger total project cost, our loan essentially becomes a second loan for $5.5 million.
Okay.
The 504 program can provide financing for a variety of different purposes. One is for building acquisition. Another is for renovation. So if you own your building and you're looking to make improvements or create additional space, that's something that we can finance as well. It can also be used for the purchase of land to build on. And you can also include ground-up construction, so that's something we can finance as well. Equipment, I know, is something that is relevant for manufacturers, and that is something that we're able to assist with. We can either bundle equipment into a project that already includes the purchase of a building or renovations of a building, or we can do a standalone equipment loan. And it's the same exact structure. You can finance up to 90%. If it's new equipment, we usually will require invoices showing the value of the equipment. If it's used equipment, we will usually require an appraisal report. We can also include soft costs, so professional fees, escrow title, property reports are other items that we can include within the financing. Who is eligible? Most businesses are eligible for SBA 504 financing. The two requirements that SBA has is that you are an owner-user, meaning that you intend to occupy 51% of the subject property, and that you are a for-profit business. Other than that, most businesses are eligible. To give you an example of the structure for this type of financing, if you were to purchase a $1 million building, let's say, the first loan would be $500,000. You'd have a second SBA loan for $400,000, and you'd come in with $100,000. As you can see, our second loan is $411,000, and that's because all of the fees for our loan are fully financed within the loan. So the fees are 2.15% of the net SBA loan amount plus a $2,500 attorney fee. And again, the entire mission of this program, or the main mission of this program, is to allow businesses to preserve their working capital, to reinvest in their business or use for other purposes, which is why all of our fees are fully financed. One other thing I'd like to touch on this slide is that the bank loan, the bank that we partner with, can either be a bank of our client's choice, or we can assist in finding a partnering lender. This is to give you an example of what a project that included renovations would look like. So if you were purchasing a $2 million building and you plan to do $1 million in TIs, you'd have your first loan in place for $1.5 million. Our loan would be for $1.228, which includes all the fees, and you'd come in with $300,000.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea of how rates have historically fluctuated, you can see that they've remained relatively stable over the last 10 years. Our rate is loosely tied to the 10-year Treasury, and in the last couple of years, you can see that the rate has remained under 5%. So the rate's very stable. Here are a few testimonials from our borrowers, and the main message that I hope you take away from this slide is that the idea of buying commercial real estate can feel overwhelming or complex, and TMC is very good at creating a seamless process for our clients so that they can focus on running their business. And that's an experience that we strive to provide for all of our clients. We really want to create a relationship with our clients. Your loan will fit in our portfolio for the life of the loan, so we will be your point of contact for potentially the next 20 years. We've been in business for a long time, we're local, and we want to be an advocate for you, and we want to help your business grow and succeed. So I'll let you take a look and read these testimonials, but another point that I wanted to make is Ahmad Chopra of VIX. He's done 5 loans with us, actually. So sometimes we work on multiple deals for some of our borrowers, and that's sort of a testament to the relationship that we build with each client.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some of our other clients, just to give you sort of a visual of the different types of businesses that we've assisted. And just a couple borrowers I wanted to just sort of highlight and discuss. One was Chris French Metal. Chris is a great guy. He has a fantastic architecture business. he purchased a 10,000 square foot industrial condo over on Union Street in Oakland, and he really needed the space to be able to grow his business. So this new building definitely provided increased stability for his business, as well as allowed his business to grow and succeed even more. Digicom Electronics, these guys are an electronics manufacturer, and I'd like to just read the quote that the business owner shared, which you can see on the slide. With the help of TMC, we were able to relocate to Oakland and grow our business with the confidence of knowing we can't be priced out. In this highly competitive real estate market, owning our building lets me sleep at night. I think this captures the anxiety that many small business owners have in this market. It's a very uncertain market in ways. The one thing we do know is rents have continued to increase and most likely will. So again, it just shows the importance of securing your occupancy costs when possible. And to get started, you're probably wondering, well, if I'm not ready to buy a building right now, should I explore this? And I would encourage you to do so. By having us work on a pre-qualification, it will just give you a sense of your options and your budget. There's no obligation, there's no cost, and we actually don't pull credit when we do a pre-qualification. So all we would need in order to let you know what you pre-qualify for as far as a building purchase, equipment, or renovations is 3 years of business and personal tax returns and a personal financial statement. With that information, we're able to respond to you within 48 hours with either follow-up questions or some sort of update as far as what we were able to, how we were able to move forward. If you've identified a building and you're ready to make an offer, having a pre-qualification letter from us can be very helpful in getting your offer accepted. And once it's accepted, we will work on expediting the process as much as possible and getting your loan approval from SBA. Once we have that approval, your loan will go to closing, and we'll have you go ahead and close escrow, take title to your new building, and help your business to continue to grow. So there are several CDCs in the Bay Area, certified development companies like ourselves, but what we feel sets us apart is our team. We're the #1 CDC in Northern California, and the reason that's important is because we've seen a wide variety of deals. We've worked on a lot of different situations and challenges. So our team knows how to anticipate those challenges, and it knows how to work very well with SBA to get your approval. We're very responsive. We understand the importance of communication throughout the process. However, our main goal is to allow you to focus on running your business so that we can take care of getting your financing in place. And we also strive to be fast and efficient so that we make what could be a very challenging process easy and manageable for you and your business. So that's all. Thank you for listening. And if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer anything in more detail.